What is up, YouTube? Noble Knight Marty coming back at you. So take a seat at the round table. So, it is no secret that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is extremely expensive right now. One of my favorite decks, shout out to ZZ, Altergeist. Amazing. Just love every bit of it, but it is very pricey. Extravagance, Lightning Storm, Impermanence, evenly matched. Way out of some people's price range. So today, I'm bringing to you my budget Altergeist deck profile. Tell me what you think. So, we're going to start out with the monsters. You already know we got a pretty standard Altergeist lineup. We got the 1 Multi-Faker, the 3 Marionetter, 3 Meluseek, 2 Silk, and the 1 Conquery. We have our honorary Altergeist card, Sanguine, and then we do play the Artifact Engine, so our last monster is the Artifact Scythe. This card is just an absolute blowout against some decks in the meta right now if you're able to resolve the Artifact Sanctum. So, yeah, definitely keeping that. Next, we're going to move on to our spells. So, we have an extremely small spell lineup. We are only playing the 2 Pot of Duality and the 1 copy of 1 for 1. This is just an extra copy of Meluseek. The deck has a really hard time if you don't draw into monster cards in your opening turn, and it is very light on monsters, so we want as many opportunities as we can to see one in our opening hand. Alright, make sure you're sitting down for this one because we do have a lot of traps to go over. Pretty standard Altergeist lineup to start us out. We got 2 Protocol, 2 Manifestation, and the 3 Personal Spoofing. It is an absolute sin that this card is not Altergeist spoofing, because not being able to search it off Marionetter is horrible, but hey, you win some, you lose some, right? Alright, move on. We have 2 Waking the Dragon and 2 Starlight Road. These cards are just really great if you get blown out by Lightning Storm or Twin Twister in your opening turn. You just get the Stardust or you get the Ultimate Falcon, and it's pretty difficult for people to answer that Ultimate Falcon a lot of times. Most people don't main deck outs to that card, so this is just a lifesaver sometimes. Alright, so next we have the 2 copies of Crackdown and 2 Different Dimension Ground. These traps are really self-explanatory. A lot of decks play straight out of the graveyard these days, and if you can just resolve this on the first turn, then they don't have a lot of plays to go off of. Not too much to be said. Next we got the Artifact Sanctum. Again, not too much to be said about that. Kind of already hit on it earlier. So, this card. Shout out to Simo for covering it twice, and again Z for having it in his last deck profile. I do not play Solemn Judgment in the main deck, and call me crazy, cuss me out in the comments, whatever, but I really think this card is more beneficial going first in game 1 than the Judgment, because if you can resolve this, not only are you able to tear the best and most dangerous cards straight out of their hand, then you also get to see before they even start their plays what you're going to need to bounce with Silk, what you're going to need to negate, what you're going to need to pop first if it comes to that. You get to play around them before they even get to start their plays, and that is extremely beneficial. So then we play the 1 Imperial Order. Obviously, a lot of decks play so many spells that if they don't get any of them, they just don't get to play. Now, this next one is my spicy tech card, and I know y'all are going to call me crazy for this, but again, we're not playing Extravagance, and we need a way to see more monsters. So I'm actually playing 2 copies of Sales Pitch in the main deck. I know it's crazy, I know it's a little slow, but this deck does so well with stalling out for a turn, and every deck searches. This is any copy of any card in your deck. This is the 4th and 5th copy of every single one of the best cards in your deck. So why not play it? Why not? You can resolve the multi-faker after you get the sales pitch. It's actually not bad. Take my word for it, guys. If you're not playing the extravagance, if you don't have the money, test it out. It's been pretty alright. And for our 40th card, you already know we are playing Schrodinger's card because it's just one more way to see another monster in your deck to improve the consistency, and why not? We needed that 40th card, right? Alright, now we're going to move on to the extra deck. Again, you got a pretty standard Altergeist lineup. You got the 3 Hextia and the 2 Prime Banshee. You got 2 Link Karibo, and then the priciest card in the deck. This is the Salamangreat Almirage. You don't actually have to play this. You can cut this, but if you do, make sure you cut the Sangan. For this, you can just play another target for Waking the Dragon, and for the Sangan, you can just play a 3rd copy of the Different Dimension Ground in the main deck. Next, we have our generic links. We got the Nightmare Phoenix, the Nightmare Cerberus, and the Boral Sword. We have 2 Super Poly targets. You know, spoilers for what I have in my side deck. And then we have the 1 Stardust Dragon because we play the Starlight Road, and the 1 Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon for the Waking the Dragons. So, you already know, side deck is always up to personal preference, so I'm going to burn through this pretty quickly, but here it goes. We have the 3 Solemn Judgment. Games 2 and 3, always take out the Appointer of the Red Lotus and replace it with the Solemn Judgment. It's just a lot more beneficial. Appointer of the Red Lotus is really just to get the jump on your opponent in that game 1. Just take my word for it. Then you have your kind of high impact going second cards. You have the Dino Wrestler Pancratops, the Red Reboot, your Winged Dragon Ross Fear Mode, and the Super Polys. It is a going first deck, so if you're forced to go second, then you have to be able to make an impact. You've got to be able to break the board, because if you can't, your traps are worthless. And then, to round it off, we have the Hand Trap lineup, the 2 DD Crow, the 2 Droll Lock, and for the mirror match, you do play 2 Heavy Stormduster. So there it is, guys. Budget Altergeist. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. If you like what you see, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Share me with your friends, man. I'm trying to get my name out there, and I'd really love all the support I can get. I appreciate everybody who joined me. I'll see you next time at the round table.